Hello everyone, here's another vlog I thought I would do. Um, I've actually wrote out a list on a sheet of paper of different things I would like to talk about my interests, and maybe so you get to learn a little bit more about myself. And this is going to be a short one, but one of the things I thought I would talk about is people who inspire me. People who have inspired me within the field of storm photography and storm chasing, and people who have inspired me to do with astronomy. I may not remember everyone on this list because many people have inspired me in different fields, but this is just literally right off the top of my head. And if you know any of these people, check out their work. If you don't know them, check them out. They're wonderful people, and if, like me, you like someone to look up to for inspiration, these are the kind of guys who may actually take you to the next level. Okay, within astronomy, obviously you've heard me before talking about David H. Levy. David Levy, the famous comet discoverer of Shoemaker Levy 9. In 1994, which collided with planet Jupiter. That comet slammed into the surface of Jupiter, 21 fragments, and left huge scars on the surface of the planet. And those bruises, those scars, were actually the size of the Earth itself. And 21 of these fragments, 21 bruises, boom, 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 hammered the planet during July 1994. It was an incredible astronomical experience. It woke up the astronomical community. It showed Congress, it showed the public that comets and asteroids are a serious threat to life on Earth. And this was nature's way of saying, look, this is how life gets seeded on a planet, and this is how life can be destroyed on a planet by natural phenomena. So you need to learn to do something about it and protect your planet. So major event, it was all over the world, NASA conference. I remember even before I knew anything about astronomy, seeing it on the TV, and I sat in my room one night watching it. I see David Levy on there with the rest of the guys, the Discovery team, and the whole excitement around the world. Amazing event. So yes, David Levy is one of them. And associated with that is his co-discoverer of that comet, Gene Shoemaker. I recommend reading Gene Shoemaker's biography by David Levy. Fascinating guy. He's a planetary geologist. Very amazing, disciplined guy who turned the tables in the whole phenomena of impact craters. He's the guy who studied Meteor Crater in Arizona, also known as Barringer Crater. Many people thought that crater was a collapse in the ground or some other kind of natural phenomena, but Gene was the first guy to confirm that it came from outer space, that it was caused by an impact of an asteroid. A small asteroid which generated that crater in Arizona. So he became an authority on impact craters on Earth and other types of craters and formations around the world too. But he ended up teaming up with David Levy and his wife Caroline, and they started surveying the sky with an 18-inch Schmidt telescope, and they discovered numerous comets and asteroids, of course Shoemaker Levy 9 being the most famous. But Gene Shoemaker was the guy who consulted with the Apollo 11 astronauts, showed them how to do geology on the moon, bring rocks back to the moon, and learn to just by sight what to look for, what's important, from training them on the Earth. So he's an amazing guy. He passed away a few years ago, unfortunately, but a complete legend within the astronomy field, and of course a major player within the impact field, as in the impact of comets and asteroids. So they're two very important inspirations for me. Also, of course, Leslie Peltier from Starlight Nights, the book I mentioned before, the famous comet observer and variable star observer. Check out Starlight Nights, never forget that one. Also, an English astronomer, amateur astronomer called George Alcock. I have one of his books. I should have brought it with me to show you. I forget the name of it. I think it's Observing Under an English Heaven, or something like that. You can get it on Amazon or eBay. It's a lovely book full of his sketches, not just of astronomical subjects, but of fauna and wildlife and plants and flowers and bees, and he was a really connected with nature, this guy. But this guy, George Alcock, he looked so unassuming. He had a pair of binoculars and he was able to discover 5 comets and 5 novae from the UK skies, which are often plagued by light pollution and bad weather. And he competed on the world stage and beat many other people who made these discoveries in his backyard. One particular incident, he discovered a comet while wearing pyjamas, while observing through a window, an upstairs window with a pair of binoculars. He actually discovered a 6th magnitude comet, and I think it was in Hercules. Amazing guy, discovered several novae, amazing variable star observer, amazing meteor observer, great inspiration to anyone connected with nature. George Alcock. Anybody else? I have many books in my collection, I can't remember them all, but those are the main guys who inspire me within the astro side of things. As for storm chasing and storm photography, quite a few people there too, but one of the first people that comes to mind is the Nebraska-based storm photographer called Mike Hollingshead. I'm sure anybody involved in the storm field knows who Mike Hollingshead is, but if you don't, check out his website. He just has this website called extremeinstability.com, but it's now changed to Storm and Sky. Absolutely amazing photographer, and I've been fortunate enough to be corresponding and emailing Mike over the years from time to time about various things. It seems we're very similar passions about the weather and the night sky, but his photographs really inspired me to take my photography to a higher level. Beforehand, I used to just shoot things for the sake of shooting. I used to shoot them for the sake of documenting. I didn't think anything about foreground or how to compose them better or how to get a more dramatic wow factor. Mike has that by the bucket load. From watching his images, I felt inspired to try harder and to go further afield and find new locations, get better foreground, and just get the more elusive stuff. So he's a lot to thank. I had a lot to thank Mike for. So Mike Hollingshead, amazing guy. Also, other inspirations, of course, Reed Timmer, Storm Chasers TV show. Reed Timmer, cool guy. I've never seen anyone so passionate before about storms than him. He is so passionate, so much energy about him. Love it. Good man, Reed. Keep up the good work. Also, Gene Moore, a famous storm chaser too. He's got a very active Facebook group at the minute. I welcome you to check it out. Called Weather and Science. There's amazing images posted there every day all over the world. For inspiration, I recommend you join that group and look at the images being posted there. Just lift your spirits every day, and it's just jaw-dropping wow factor all the time, mixed with good science and education at the same time. So great people on there. Nice one, Gene. Also, Michael. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember your surname. I've got a mental block here. From Australia, Michael. He runs a website called Oz Thunder. Australian storm chaser, great guy too. Love his photography, love his videos, the way he edits his videos. He's always inspired me. His passion and his relaxing demeanour about how he comes across. Really nice guy, so I've always been a fan of his stuff. So, Michael. Who else? I think that's it in the storm community. I think that's there. Probably is other people, I can't think of them right now, but no doubt they'll come to me. Oh wait, Evan Luds, he's a mate of Mike Hollingshead, Chris Ellington, they're all friends. Those guys are great photographers too. Always love their work, so creative and different and full of energy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Something else I want to talk about in another video, I'll save it for later. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't heard of any of these people, do check them out.